Hi there and welcome back to my channel, and the next witness in the Casey Anthony trial is Dr. Barry Logan. So he is a forensic toxicologist and an analytical chemist. He also has a background in gas chromatograph mass spectrometry. It was part of his training when he was studying. He currently teaches students on this topic. He works currently for a lab called NMS in Pennsylvania, where he is the National Director for Forensic Services, and NMS is one of the largest forensic labs in the United States. With regards to this case, Barry was provided with some analytical evidence from the FBI, which was the evidence collected from the trunk of Casey's car. He was also provided with reports from Oak Ridge National Laboratory, and also other information including the autopsy reports, and he also read an article by RPAD regarding decompositional odours. So after reviewing the reports and bench notes from RPAD Vass and Dr. Weiss, he says there was no formal protocols for the testing that was performed. It's critical that you have a written scientific procedure, and going off the previous testimonies, I think that was already pointed out. I don't think any sort of procedure was followed. So these results, are obviously in doubt. He saw from the bench notes that some valves were not set in the appropriate position, therefore giving a wrong result or a failed result. He also found that standard samples to check that the equipment was running properly were tested weeks apart from the evidence that was tested. Really doesn't look good, does it? So the cross-examination. Barry says that when dealing with forensic samples, there is always going to be challenges involved, and there are going to be challenges that are not in protocols. In this situation, scientists should either develop a new protocol or adjust their protocol to fit the challenge of that particular piece of evidence. With regards to the valves, Barry agrees that proper procedure is to stop, correct the mistake and run it again, which was done. The redirect. Barry says there are no published protocols when collecting air samples, nor with collecting carpet samples from the trunk of a car. Again, it's the same with every single bit of evidence. It's just not solid enough. So the next witness is Cindy Anthony. So, with regards to the home desktop computer, Cindy also uses it, and it is located in the spare room that used to be Lee's room. In fact, everybody used that computer, even friends of Casey's used that computer. So back in March 2008, Cindy did search for chloroform. She explains that she started looking at chlorophyll because she was concerned about one of her dogs, as one of her dogs was more tired than usual, and they would both eat the bamboo leaves in the garden. So she started looking at what could be the source of what was making her dog more sleepy. So she started to look up chlorophyll, which then led to chloroform. Because chloroform can be present in seaweed and algae, so the initial search merged into that. Cindy also explains that someone had had a car accident and suffered certain injuries, and that she had to look it up on the computer. So, it explains a lot of those searches that were brought up. So, all this evidence that was brought by the state is just... So Cindy says that when they bought the Pontiac Sunfire, there was already a stain in the trunk. The only extra stain she saw was from one of the gas cans. Cross-examination. So the state lawyer goes through all the searches Cindy did on the home desktop, and the state lawyer really, really goes hard on Cindy, because some searches she remembers doing and some she doesn't. And there's also mention of her suddenly remembering things since changing her medication. So now on to the stain. She says the car had, had when she bought it, which she points out in this picture. which is near where evidence marker B is. This is crazy. The next witness is Sandra Osborne. She's the computer forensics examiner, and Sandra was the first person to receive the Anthony's desktop computer, which she did a forensic exam on. She was asked to do a keyword search on the word chloroform, which she found a hit for. After she found the hit for chloroform, which she identified as the deleted file that we had heard about previously, she then exported and handed over to her supervisor, Kevin Stinger. That is all she had to do with that. So, that's the end of those witnesses. What can I say? You know, every bit of evidence can be explained away by the defence. So, you know, the chloroform searches, Cinder's admitted to it. You know, she explained her reasons why, so that's another thing against Casey gone out the window. So, right, I'll be back with more in the next video. Bye for now.